Hey, this is Vu, and today I'm going to be talking about how to hold B on DE Overpass. And this is actually a very complicated spot to hold because a lot of teams in matchmaking and in pugs tend to send only 2 players B, which generally isn't quite enough to consistently hold on to B. And given that the terrorists can kind of beat you to long, and not only that, there are a million flashes that they can throw over, it can be very tough to hold on to. So first off, I'm going to show you a very simple way to effectively shut down any sort of long B push, and generally this is going to be your bread and butter on your B hold. So all you have to do, send someone heaven with a Molotov. He's going to jump right out heaven onto this little ledge here, and he's going to throw a Molotov off of the back wall as he's running. That's just going to bounce off the wall and land pretty simply and block off the entire area. Then what he does is he turns around towards the wall as he runs up, and then turn back and throw that flash off of there. It's really not too specific where you throw it, and peek with it. That means anybody in the tunnels is going to basically get pop flashed, and anybody outside of the tunnels is just going to not be able to really do very much. They're going to have to turn around. You spray them down because you peek as the flash is going out, and it's very simple as a way to shut down that long B push. Now, after you shut that down, the general way you're going to deal with this is to throw a smoke and then wait it out. And you can either get in a spot over here, you can actually get on this corner. There are lots of spots you can go, or if you feel like your team can't hold A, and you've seen in the past that their team doesn't send anybody outside B when they go towards A, you can start to jiggle peek this a little bit. Now, it is dangerous. They could have an opper here. However, if they don't, then getting control of this garbage area out here is absolutely amazing. You can control short, door. You can see the door when it opens, and you can see their feet as they come out, and you can even flank T-spawn. So if you're not confident in your team, this is something you could definitely consider. Now, something else you could consider if your team isn't really able to hold A is doubling up towards short. Now, what you do for that is you probably have one of your players throw a Molotov towards long, and then just have 2 players go towards short, and hopefully one in heaven as well, so you can play a retake on B site. So what you can do is actually have both players come towards here, one guy with a Molotov. You see these balconies here, you just aim down from these until you look at the line, and then jump throw as you get to the corner, and that's a right click throw, and that's going to Molotov off the tunnel. Then you come over here, first guy through, jump flash off of the wall, and then run backwards around the corner, and that's going to blind anybody around this area, and you can get full control of this entire spot. Now, actually, you can throw that with the smoke as well instead of a Molotov, and that's going to land inside of the tunnel as well. It's just a very easy way to do it. Now, generally, you do only want to be doing this with 2 players. However, with that Molotov, or even with the smoke, you can occasionally just do this control with only 1 player, so long as that player knows when they should be backing off and when they should be holding short. Because if their team waits out the smoke and then throws a flash over here, he's pretty much guaranteed to be dead, especially if they also come outdoors. So just keep that in mind. Generally, though, what's going to end up happening is you're going to be holding on to B from inside of sight. More often than not, their team's going to go for quick control of B. You're not going to be aggressive short. You can't go aggressive long, and you have to kind of figure out what to do from there. Now, generally, the problem with B site and what makes it so hard to hold on to is that you have to take straight up gunfights. Now, you do have an advantage because they're only going to be able to see your head here, and they're only going to be able to see your head here, and these are the 2 most common areas. But it's still a spot where you can get one clicked with an AK, and it's not as much of an advantage as you might want. So generally what you want to be doing is having your short player spot short from over here if you're playing passive, making sure he's behind the cement as he spots it so he doesn't get spammed through the wood. Then as he spots one, he simply throws the smoke over there, and then you focus on the same spot. So we can either focus on the same spot from over by headshot or up here. Now, of course, if they're coming out long, you can actually get 1 pole and 1 barrels, or 1 pole and 1 over here. And again, you're noticing that you don't have a huge advantage in the angle you're taking, but you're double peeking, so you have a huge advantage in that way. You focus on one area, deal with that, then deal with the other area. And so if actually you see they're executing B, you can just throw a quick Molotov towards short, and then you can actually focus doubled up on long, or you can Molotov long and double up on short. Either really works, but the idea is that because you don't have a huge advantage in terms of the angles you're taking, you take those angles with your teammate so that you can get an advantage in that way, and then you're really working together, and you can definitely shut down a lot of B pushes. Now, Next up, I'm just going to show you a couple of boosts you can do. Now, the first one is going to be one you do with a jump scout, because the only way to really do this boost without jump scouting is you need to glitch onto the skybox, which certainly isn't allowed in a lot of leagues. So you boost up here and then jump scout, which generally is going to be a guaranteed kill on any force buy round you have. And then actually, after you do that jump scout, you can come right on over here and boost up here, where what you're going to see is your head is going to come through right about here. So actually, you can get basically 2 free kills there if you have a scout and you get that one, then you move over here and get another. It's actually a very effective way to hold on to B. Now, there is a reason here that I said playing graffiti isn't a great spot to play, and I haven't really mentioned it, is because if your teammate dies, if he plays barrels and your teammate dies, first of all, you're going to notice your teammate has no support. He's stuck at barrels. He has to win his own gunfights. Second, you're not able to really do anything once they take B. If they run up long and run up short, you're stuck in a weird spot. You're going to get smoked off a lot. And not only that, but you're stuck in the same spot a rotator will be coming to. Your first rotator is going to go heaven, and your second one is going to come out towards graffiti here. And so you're going to have 2 people retaking from the exact same spot, which generally isn't quite optimal. So anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope this helped.